Okay, so now we're joined by my best friend, very sweet Lika.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. How y'all doing today?
We're good.
Yeah.
Happy daylight savings time. Woo!
Struggling.
Shout out to alarms. Shout out to preset alarms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
struggling. How are you guys doing out there? You're both in sunny California, right?
Yeah, we are. But it's not really sunny.
No, not today?
It's okay, but it's windy.
Sometimes it's cold, and then like the other day was 38 degrees.
Yeah, and then we have hail and thunder and rain.
And then like today it's pretty.
Yeah.
It
but
varies.
It's still a little chilly. Like it looks like it's gonna be warm, and then you go outside and it's cold.
Right. Then it's windy.
Right.
So y'all had all the seasons in one damn day. That's what it looks
Right.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Sounds about right.
You guys are in New York, right?
I'm in New York.
You're
and
in
I'm
New
like
York.
10 minutes from DC.
Oh, okay.
Where at? Where 10 minutes? Where?
Springfield. Anybody that know our area, they know what Springfield Mall is. That's what it is.
Yeah, I've heard of Springfield.
Yep, that's where
Are you from the DMV?
No, I've been there.
Yeah.
I was in DC. I did an internship out there at American University.
Okay.
And then we traveled to Vienna, Virginia. And then I used to date this guy that was from Bowie, Maryland. So kind of around that whole
It was the way the money resides in Vienna.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm talking to you, sweetie.
Yeah, and they both went to Grambling, so they know all of that.
My sister lives in Opelousas, so I've been.
Okay, Lucy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with the DC Black Theater Festival?
No.
I did the DC Black Theater Festival not last year, the year before, with Michael Collier's one-man show.
Oh, okay.
That produce and direct, yeah. So I went out there, but I've been out there a couple of times, but I was out there for work for that. I was able to see a lot more.
I like DC.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so let's get into it because we done got all the DC out of us.
Yeah.
Somewhat. I could talk about DC all day. I love DC, so. But, okay, ladies, so I got Malika and Tiffany, right?
Yes.
And
okay.
I'm Charlika.
Charlika.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm just Kim.
The Lika's in the house.
Yeah,
The Lika's in the house.
Right.
I'm just Kim.
Yeah.
I'm just Tiffany.
So Tiff and Kim.
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
exactly. So, okay, all right. So, ladies, there's so much to get into. We've already discussed. You guys both went to Grambling State, and that's where you guys met, correct?
Yes.
Now, Tiffany and Malika, where are you by? Malika, I think you're originally from California, correct?
I'm from Oakland,
We
California.
both are.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So then, okay, but did you guys know each other before Grambling?
No.
Oh, wow.
Really?
No.
Okay.
And it's weird because, well, I'm from Oakland, and then we moved up kind of north outside of like Sacramento, near Sacramento area.
Mm-hmm.
And her family's up near Sacramento too. And we still didn't know each other until we went to Grambling.
Yeah, because my mom lives in Elk Grove now, which is near Sacramento, and
which is kind of where I grew up in that same kind of area.
But we never knew each other.
That's amazing.
Look, y'all just don't know.
That was destined.
Yeah, y'all gotta get to the family reunion so y'all can figure this out. Because it might be something there.
Yeah, you never know. We're a lot alike. So you might got some blood in there.
Yeah. Mingling and mixing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so now what was it like Grambling, and how did you guys meet?
I got to Grambling first. Yeah. And so I was a theater major, and a lot of the plays that I would star in, a lot of the plays at school. And then Tiffany came. And when she came, she was getting a lot of the roles that normally I would get. Yeah. So I was like, who is this?
No, wait a minute. Who is she? Who is she?
Yeah, who is this fresh?
And then look, I'm coming like California. And
right. Right. And I'm just like, who is this chick? You know? And then from there, because we both were good, you know, in the theatrical arts, in the plays, the director and the professor started to do 2 casts. So he would have a gold cast and a black cast. Right. So I would be the lead in the black cast and she would be the lead in the gold cast, but it was the same play.
Same show, right?
Same exact
smart
show.
Smart professor.
Yeah. But we still supported each other.
Yeah.
Like even when we were in each other's cast, we would like her shows I would go to, vice versa. She would come to mine. And then we just connected.
Yeah. We got to know each other. I think you knew I was gonna be your bestie. You basically like, you'll be my bestie. I think you saw it.
Well, that sound like part
That's how I
like
was.
she saw
You're
it.
gonna be my
Like,
friend.
she saw it. I don't know.
Yeah,
when
it
you had
was
the Camaro.
Yeah. But it was. I think we got closer when we started doing competitions.
Well, we finally had got cast in a show together, right? Not doing the same show, different, you know, same role. We got cast together, and the roles where they were best friends. And so
then the chemistry
was there. Like people like love to watch, you know, and it highlighted both of kind of like the stuff that we play now, and it just worked. So then we went touring with the show and then going to competitions, and we would win awards and get lots of praise and feedback on our chemistry. But then by then our friendship already kind of grew and was there, and and then we ended up in LA.
Yeah, but before we went to LA, we did the competition in Los Angeles. Yeah, we went to the Chinese theater. And we said that this was we were in undergrad, and we were like, we're gonna come back to LA. We're gonna be actresses. We're gonna conquer. We're gonna do the whole plan. And then she went off to grad school, and I stayed at Grambling for grad school. Yes. And then we kind of lost touch. Right. And then our professor brought us together, the same professor. Yes. And then we saw each other. It was in LA.
She went to LA first.
Yeah,
because I'm like a year behind. I'm like a year behind her. So she went to LA first, and then I showed up. And my professor knew I was there, and he's like, "You know, Malika's out there." I'm like, "What?" Like, she did it. You know what I mean? It's what we talked about, and I'm here too. And then that day, she was like, "Where you live? I'm coming over." She came over, and it was on and popping from there. We've been going since then, nonstop. Yeah, nonstop.
That's very similar to me and Malika.
That bestie vibes.
Yeah. She was like, "You gonna be my friend?" I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Period. Period.
I had no other choice. She was bothering me at work.
She was like, all on. She had the phone. She had actually a phone at her desk. So I'm like, you know, this one we had pagers.
Right.
Can I use your phone? She looking at me like, who is this boat? Yes. And then I'm like, and you're gonna be my friend. So let it go.
Right.
Yeah. And ever since then, it's what, 21 years?
Yeah. I don't remember that.
It was one night we were hanging out at Grambling, and you know, I was in my head. Like I was like, but we were in the Camaro, and I don't think you were like, "You're gonna be my best friend," but you were like, "Yeah, this is Tiffany, my best friend." We had like said, like,
there it is.
And I was like, you know, okay, cool. Like I didn't have like tons of like girlfriend, you know, like female friends. I had some people, but I still was like, okay, like, you know, you get used to maybe like jealousy or whatever. And we didn't have that, even though we were like up for the same role and stuff like that. And she was like, yeah, this is my best friend. Yeah, I just was like, okay. Like,
I wanted to make sure I was clear.
Yeah.
Right.
You know who you guys sound like? You guys sound like Tisha Campbell and Tashina Arnold.
We get that. We get that a lot. We get that a lot. And then just from there, once coming to LA, and then like any show that I was directing or casting, she always was in it. Or if it's a show she's in, I stalk her show. Like I'm literally, I go to like all her shows. Yeah. Like if she has a run, I'm probably
she's like my biggest fan.
Yeah,
too.
I'm probably like 80%.
But then the reason I'm even doing it is because it's usually her being like, girl, no, you can do it, or like, no, you got this, or let's run
that motivation,
or I'll take you to the audition. Right. And then she like watches me as if she wasn't there helping me get the role anyway. And but yeah, we're pretty much like the same person.
And then when I go see her, and I just be in awe of her performance. So and funny. Then I get groups to come to the show. Like,
That's what's
I'm
up.
always stalking
Yeah.
her shows.
That's great support though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now-
But she's my
But we're
acting
the,
coach.
like,
She's
yeah,
my
acting
acting
coach.
coach. So when I have I just had a big audition, and she's I go to her for my coaching and making sure and just keeping me, because sometimes, especially now during the pandemic, having audition and having to do it at home
Self-tape.
and self-tape, I've always been the type that like to be in the room, meaning in with the casting
That
director,
energy,
and with
Needing
the
that
energy.
energy.
And
Yeah.
I can see myself being acting like having a character type thing. Like I can feel it, I can see it, because I'm not as confident.
You're acting like you acting for the thing
right.
when you.
But for her, she always makes me feel at ease and like, no, you can do it. Like, you're an actor. Like, you can do it.
But then it's also like we really are like we make up like one person, even though we're different. We make up one person. So like her booking the role is not like I'm your acting coach or whatever. It's like we auditioning.
Yeah.
Like her audition is my audition too.
Yeah.
I
And
know
her
that's
booking the
right.
part is me booking the part too.
Because whoever gets the
like,
opportunity
it's-
is going to bring the other
Yeah.
person in anyway.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah.
So wait, so Tiffany, you said when you found out Malika was in LA, you were like, she made it. But you guys are from Oakland. Like, do you guys take like LA and Oakland, both being in California, do you like take it for granted that LA is there? Because I know like in New York, we're like, yeah, Manhattan. So what?
No, you know what it was? It was just coming from Grambling State. And it's not easy. It's a big transition being from California and you go down there. It's a culture shock.
Oh
And
yeah.
then we had made that promise, like had been some years because we went through grad school. So it was 3 years for me in grad school. And then it was two and something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we had lost touch. So it was like, wow, like she's here. Because, you know, life happens. She could have met somebody and went off and got married. And you know how life will change course. So when I heard, like, no, she's in LA. Like so in my mind, like, wow, she remembered like our promise years before, like it's still there, even though we had lost touch. Like it was a clear indication of like, we never miss a beat, even if we hadn't talked.
And just even being separate and me going to LA first and then her to come there, that lets you know the promise that we had and just the togetherness and like just following through.
Like
real
that word is
bond.
bond. The word is bond.
Real bond.
Both made sure we got there.
I know that's right. That's when you guys believe, like you get each other. You believe in each other, everything. And that's
And she didn't miss a beat. Like literally the day we found out, my director professor had sent the phone number and we connected. And she was at my house that day, like, come on, we're going to this audition. I was like fresh coming to LA. I don't even think I really had furniture. I was still like, you know, it's intimidating when you're like, okay, you're in the game now. You're not in school no more. And I'm like going to an audition. And it wasn't just like, go read 2 lines. It was for Colored Girls or something.
Oh,
sure. My.
And she's
Oh,
like,
my.
you should audition. I'm like, oh my God, I'm just.
And then it wasn't even like,
Then
it was another show. It's like, you know, sometimes opportunities come to you and I read, I said, this not for me, this for Tiffany. I was like, oh, you need to go audition for this.
Yeah. So she was really like, she helped kind of push me out there, that transition of like, you're spreading your wings and now you're in your career. It's scary, you know, and I was having like all these insecurities about like just really leaping in, and she was right there, like it's divine order, because she like pushed me like into it, and she had kind of already paved the way because she was meeting people and this and that. I think you were there probably a few months before me.
I had did a show called The Apartment when I first got to LA, and it helped me to meet a lot of people. But then what made me move to LA is I was doing a show up north that I was in, and then the producer fired me for a named actress. At the time, I didn't even understand all of that. I was green, you know, I didn't know. And then he asked me to stage manage the same show that he replaced me on. And so then I said, okay. You know,
that's a check.
I
I need
college,
a check.